So here we are at the waterfront. This is Pier 66, and I'm just gonna film the waterfront. It's actually a very fun place. There's been massive upgrades here. You stay away again 2 months, 3 months, a year, and the place is completely transformed. I mean, upgrades everywhere. I mean, and here we are. This is Pier 66. This is where the cruise lines come. All right, here, Pier 66. Apparently we have Norwegian cruise lines also come here. So this is where they load and unload from the boat. Load and unload from the boat. Okay. And Norwegian Cruise Lines. Oceana Cruises also comes here, apparently. And this is run by the Port of Seattle. And this is what the building looks like. So if you're trying to get to the cruise ship, Norwegian and Oceana are here. You come from the airport, you can come to downtown Seattle. This is where it is, where Pier 66 is. Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceana Cruises is here. And this is an overpass right here. I'm just gonna walk through. Also from Pike Market you can get to the waterfront. There are multiple ways from Pike Market to get to the waterfront. Pier 66. Okay. And this is Alaskan Way right here, folks. It's right in front. It runs along the waterfront. I'm starting from Pier 66, but Pier 62 to Lumen Fields. It's actually run by the city. I was not aware of that, but now the waterfront is a city park area. It's affiliated with Seattle Center. So the city runs this area, the waterfront. We have Anthony's Pier 66 restaurant right here. I'm just gonna walk around a bit. It seems to be a major pier. This is where the cruise ships pick up. Out of the Port of Seattle. And here we go, the front of Bell Harbor International Conference Center. So it's also tied, Pier 66 is also tied to the Bell Harbor International Conference Center. Okay, let me point to that. Walk a little closer to the... And we got Anthony's Pier 66 and Bell Street Diner. And we get a little closer to the waterfront, to the water here. They've made massive upgrades to the waterfront. And okay, this is the waterfront here. Marina office, Bell Harbor Marina. I'm just gonna walk around here. show you the aerial view at the waterfront. Beautiful. And there's a lot of things, fun things to do here. You can jog, you can use the Lime bikes, the electric scooters and bikes. Okay. And this is the Anthony's restaurant here at Pier 66. Show more views of the waterfront. And at the waterfront, there's also a Marriott hotel right at the waterfront. So this must be a beautiful view at night. We have a place called the World Trade Center. It's not the actual thing, but it's a smaller version of it. You can see the Lime bikes you can rent. It's still doing construction, improving it. You stay a month away from this place and come back a month later, completely improved and more beautiful. Got bike trails here. And we got the views of the waterfront. You can see the Ferris wheel here, the giant one. More yachts are parked here. Get a view of the T-Mobile parks, the top of the T-Mobile park, as well as Lumen Fields. The top can be seen here. This is considered a park. It's part of the Seattle Center, and it runs from Pier 62 to Lumen Fields. This is all part of the Seattle Center, the waterfront. If somebody's having a good time on the Ferris wheel, it looks like it's running. Again, people riding bikes here. It's a fun place. More aerial view of the waterfront. It's beautiful.
Oh, man, it's gonna be too tough.
Here we go, aerial view here.
And then the building is old. We went to 6, that was it.
I'm just gonna walk to the ferry terminal from here. And this is Lenora Street here in Alaska. Lenora and Alaska. So if you run down 3rd Avenue and come to Lenora Street, you to the water, go down west on Lenora, you're gonna come to the waterfront. And here's this area right here is Alaskan Way on Lenora. Okay. I think there's an elevator that'll take you up on Lenora. And here we have a nice little map set up. We got closer to see. Seattle Aquarium is coming up close. Aquarium Plaza, the more development, more improvement. Okay, we're going to be close to the Pier 56, 57, 59. And apparently we have passed 54, 55. There's some place called Let's Go Sailing, the Frankfurter. Ivar is right up the road near 54, and the ferries at 52. Get this a little closer. And 56, you can have Argosy Cruises. Okay, let me focus on this little map here. And there's bike trails there, so you want to ride your bike, electric scooter, just come and stand right here. Woohoo! Let me give an aerial view of the waterfront. It's just as spectacular as looking at the water. And over there, that little island where that ferry is moving, it's got the Alki area. Walk your dog on this waterfront. It's exquisitely beautiful. Little aerial view here. More people enjoying themselves, riding bikes. And this is a beautiful, coming to an area, it's like a park or sit down to relax. And let's keep going. Let me see.
Oh, you don't have to come there anymore.
Okay. Here we go.
Look, there's a bike fence.
And this walkway area, if you walk up there, you'll come to Pike Market. It's this little ramp where people are walking up. If you go up all the way to the top, it'll take you to Pike Market. And actually Pike Street is right here. So again, if you're at on Pike Street, just walking straight down Pike, you go to the Pike Market, through the Pike Market, and you will come straight to the waterfront. There are multiple ways of doing it. This ramp here, this up ramp, people are climbing up. That'll take them to Pike Market and Pike Street. They can go straight up and they'll run right into the convention center. And that building right there, Seattle Aquarium, is coming up. Different fish, kind of like a fish museum, different type of species of fish. They hold a lot of events in there too. These folks are climbing. When they reach the top, they're gonna access Pike Market from where they are. And let me show this little park here. I remember when I last came here, which was probably a week ago, there was more construction. Now it's almost over. You can come in here and park your bar or your bike. Just hang it in the waterfront, sit down, lots of chairs here to sit down. It looks like it's set up to study too. If you want a nice place to study, it's right here. Trash. There's restrooms there. Again, tables and chairs to, if you want to read. Pier 62, actually. It's called Pier 62. This is Pier 62. So right here, there's a lot of lounge area. Kind of like a place to relax, sit down, and have fun. As you can see, folks are now playing chess, checkers. Okay, that's a new one. I've never seen anyone. A big checkers set. Folks are playing chess. They're playing checkers. I think that's checkers. The black your king?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you can play checkers there too. All these tables and chairs. Good place to relax. And seeing Tacoma. Yep. Not what am I saying? Tacoma. This is Seattle Waterfront here. Port of Tacoma over there. Seattle ports. Where all the big ships, all the imports come through here. And there you go. You got all these lounging seats so you can relax here. Raise your legs. Books are all down here. Looks like a floating type thing here. All these different chairs and okay, there we go. They're almost finished with this. It looks like it's completed. Last time, a week ago, I was here. There was a lot of construction, and it looks like the construction is almost over. Let me give you a beautiful aerial view at the waterfront. Okay. It's just as beautiful. Tables, you can stand up, sit down. Like this right here, you can sit back and relax. Lift your legs. It's a beautiful area to, in the evening time, to lounge. And those steps right there, you can walk up all the way to the top. This is near Pike. This is Pike in Alaska right here. Pike Street in Alaska. So if you walk up these steps or take the elevators to the very top, you walk right into Pike Market. Pier 66. This is Pier 66 right now. All these chairs here. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous place. One of these days I might come here and relax in the evening time. There are restrooms here too. So restrooms are right here. I think those Ferris wheel is about $50. I'm not sure. And like I said, if you walk up these steps and go over the top, you can access Pike Market. You almost can see the signs there. Okay, and The islands you see across there, that's Alki area. Alki is right there where my finger is pointing. That's Alki right there. This right here, and again we're coming close to the Seattle Aquarium. Okay, this whole waterfront is run by, again, it's part of the Seattle Center, although the Seattle Center, main center, is in a different area. It's run by the same people, and it's affiliated with. This is a city park. It's considered a city park, and it runs from Pier 62 to Lumen Fields. So here we go. And this is here, Pier 62 is where Pike and Alaskan Way meets. So that's Pike and Alaskan. It's Pier 62. So you also, if you walk straight up this structure and straight up Pike, you're gonna run into the Target. You're gonna run into the Ross, the Chipotle, and all the way up there is the arch building of the Seattle Convention Center. So if you walk up Pike from here, you go through the Pike Market, you're gonna run right into the Target, and straight up you'll run into the Seattle Convention Center, the Arch building. Okay. Okay. You stay away for 3 years. You stay away for a week in one place in Seattle now. It'll be totally different, upgraded, made more beautiful. This is the Seattle Aquarium right here. Aquarium. Seattle Aquarium. This is the Seattle Aquarium. And the road that goes along it is the Alaskan Way. Seattle Aquarium. Here we go, we got the ferry, Seattle Aquarium right here. Let me show it here. We got the ferries running now. So you can have a lot of fun out here. Biking, scootering, using the line bikes. And it looks like they're building a park right here, and it's in the process of being done. I'm sure at the end of the month, it will be done. So we got parks here, places to sit, lounge, and relax. There's even a public storage here. Very amusing. Let me give an aerial view. Give you an aerial view here. This is an aerial view. The aerial view here is just as beautiful as the water view. And here's the Ferris wheel right here. Okay. Again, street musicians along the waterfront. Chairs, seats, a lot to do here. Aerial view, Seattle Waterfront here. Okay. We got Miner's Landing right here, a building called Miner's Landing. Pirates plunder, imports and gifts. Let's see more aerial view here. Okay, and there we go. Miner's Landing, salmon cooker, restaurant, bar, more like seafood, deep fried oyster bar, Salish sea tour tickets. We're now coming to the Argosy Cruises, so if you're trying to get a water view of the Sound, Argosy is one of the major companies that will give you boat tours of the waterfront and other parts of Seattle, like the lakes and stuff. So Argosy Cruises, right next to the Ferris wheel. How you doing, Seattle Center? Seattle shop right here. Let me give you more of an aerial view. Of the waterfront. Pier 56. We're now, this is Pier 56. The Seattle shop. We got a wing dome here. Hot wings. Argosy Cruises. Okay. Again, a lot of tables, a lot of lime scooters along the waterfront. Okay. And here comes the Starbucks. The iconic symbol of Seattle. To me, this is Seattle cuisine. Starbucks is everywhere. It was founded here. You find it everywhere in Seattle. Here comes there. We have a Starbucks store right here by Pier 55 on the waterfront. Can't go anywhere here without a Starbucks store. Okay, let me give a nice little aerial view of the waterfront. Seattle hoodies, shirt company, Seattle Shirt Company, right here. Again, we are now at Pier 55, pretty close to it. Seneca, this is Pier 55 is near Seneca Street. If you go straight down Seneca on from 3rd, you're gonna run into the waterfront too. And Pier 55 is what you can affiliate it with Seneca. We got the Frankfurter little bar, hot dog bar here. More Argosy Cruise ships right here. And ye old curiosity shop. More tables to relax and enjoy oneself. And of course the classic, definitely Seattle, Pier 54. And that's Ivar's. We got the Ivar's. Again, one of the iconic Seattle and American, of course, stores. Can't have Seattle without Ivar's. And that's Pier 54. Okay. We got Ivar's. Simply Seattle. Let me give an aerial view at this point. There's an Ivar's restaurant here, restaurant and lounge, and then there's a fast food area of Ivar's Fish and Bar, iconic Seattle restaurant. You can't have Seattle without an Ivar's. And it's big near Pier 54. Here again, we're coming to Alaska and Madison. Alaska and Madison, also close to the, let me show, you can see the Columbia Tower from here. Let me point that out. That black building, cylindrical building right there, that's the Columbia Tower. I think it's the tallest building on the West Coast. I don't know if it still holds that title, but it's one of the major attractions. And here we go. And we're coming to the ferry terminal. This is where you catch the ferries to the different islands. Bainbridge, Bremerton. You catch them all here. And Seattle Fire Department right here. Well, we are looking at the ferry terminal. Right here again, more construction. So the beauty is, it's going to be more beautiful when it's completed. They're doing a lot of renovations here. So if you're looking for taxis, you got a lot of taxis lined up by the ferry terminal. Again, people with their Lime scooter bikes. And okay, here we go. Bremerton, Bainbridge. This is where you come to catch the ferries to those islands. I just okay, and there we go, Alaskan. And we have Madison here, Madison Street, actually Marion Street. I'll take you straight down actually to the ferry terminal. If you get up Pioneer Square Station, you walk down Yesler, it'll also take you to the ferry terminal. Here we go. This is the ferry terminal. And that's gonna do it for my walk through the waterfront of Seattle. I'm gonna let that be right there. What pier is this one, sir?
Sorry?
What's the pier number for this one? 52, Pier 52. So Pier 52 is a ferry terminal. So and that's gonna end it for me with this video. Okay, and let me shut off now.